So we do outnumber him by about 5,000. He was 13,000 as opposed to my 18, I believe it was. So this is Act 3. We've made it to the final stage by reinforcing Saxony, and we'll have to see how it pans out for us. Now, I have to be real careful because having this much people tends to run through your supplies, food, ammunition, fairly quickly. So I've got to be mindful that we're going to have to stay on the main road for the most part, and we're going to have to watch our people. Let's grab some food because I know we're going to be running through it fairly quickly. I would like to have some ammunition there, but at the moment, we just got to do what we got to do. I don't want any of that right now because I don't have the really the place or anything for the people or for the slots. As you can see, all my slots are full, so I don't really have the room for more troops as of right now. We're kind of just gridlocked in what we can do as far as that goes. Now, as far as our missions go for Act 3 is we have to reinforce 4 outposts and secure 5 battlefields. So we just picked up 1 battlefield. We can pick up equipment or we can tend to the wounded. I'm going to go with the equipment and get us some good weapons, but it's also get us a little bit of money that we can get rid of those weapons if we need to. We got a lot of stuff right here that we can kind of sell off. All right, let's get those out. Bring in the earthworks there for the cannon. And let's go ahead and move him up to veteran status. And let's see, earthworks. This is the only one without earthworks. So let's move the cover bonus out and we'll put in the spikes back in because that'll give us a little bit of a cover bonus. All right, horses. Because we got some better horses here. Let's go ahead and put them in place. Morale and move speed. Yeah, we need damage, melee damage. All right. That's more cover. This is reload. Got a few reloads there. 35, 138, land pattern musket. Excellent. Okay, what do you got? Chevelle. Okay, you. Take that. That's my Fusiliers. You take that. Anybody got any open space? I think we do have some people in with opening. Here we go. All right, so he's got basic guns. Let's get him to reload. Let's get him. That's that cover bonus. Get him that reload as well. Maybe covering bonus for right now. And we'll take all this other stuff here and sell it off as soon as we can. We'll just go right here into the town. You got 404 that you can handle, huh? Alright. Probably. Yeah, we'll go by right there. Alright, so they got no ammunition. Let's go ahead and buy some food up just so we have it. I'd rather have the extra food than not have the food. Alright, there's one little outpost there. And what we'll do is we'll cut across. But not be too much out in the open. We'll provide them with some field works from the inventory. That's fine by me. That's more things to sell in the long run. We're going to hit this convoy up simply because it's along the road. Capture the cargo face of weak enemy, set it ablaze. Neutralize. More items. Is that an outpost? That is an outpost. Why didn't we hit that one up? Oh, we got to have ammunition. Okay. So just got to watch our food and... Oh, shit. Is he coming out? He is coming out. Let's see. 12-6. Put that in that position. Give me that. Put the saddle on him. I got no more ammunition. It probably wouldn't hurt us to go ahead and fight this. He is running. He ran as I was going to him and took off, and it kind of like locked on him before we could actually stop it. All right, so what we're looking at here is some grenadiers, some French fusiliers, a lot of veteran fusiliers. We got 3 artillery pieces, some grenadiers, some Corsairs, Prussian Corsairs. All right, so let's get into this fight at Marisburg and see what we can do. All right, so here we are looking over the battlefield. As you can see, pretty well spread out. I'd like to get my troops at least beyond this hill. If I can't get past this one, I want to get past this one, because I can set up 2 artillery batteries on either side of this hill right here. That will help out tremendously. Let's see. All my grenadiers are on my right flank, and I really don't want that. I think I need to start mixing the grenadiers into the infantry units. I should have known that part anyway. Put Hungarian grenadiers here. Grenadiers there. Grenadier. Okay, so move this one. Let's put him over here towards the end. Yeah, I want that veteran, one of these veteran groups up in the center. Okay, where's that grenadier unit? Move him up to the line, like so. Okay, cavalry, like so. Except for you. I'm going to put you on the far side to watch our left flank. And then artillery, we got 12-pounder. You're going to go on this side. You're going to go on that side. All right, so let's go ahead and start the deployment up. We're going to get all of our infantry guys ready to go. Why didn't? And we're going to start this by going from right here along that fence line, right at the foothill of that one, break that crest, and in to the town. I'm going to pause. You are going to go. All right, so let's go ahead and rush them up. Get them in the right positions they need to be in. Keep the general close to the back line. Once these artillery pieces start getting into place, we need to hurry up and lumber them, because we're going to have artillery firing at us right away. Let's move this artillery up on this hill. Move you guys up a little bit closer as well. Move you guys up a little bit closer as well. Lumber. I want you to fire right on that frickin' mix. You keep firing into that. You can fire into that. Sure. All right. So as you can see, most everything, they're bringing their lines in. Our artillery is focusing on their artilleries. Maybe a few on the infantry. Bring the general up to boost morale. All right. I see 2 cavalry units just bouncing in and out over here. I'm going to try to draw his cavalry over here. We've got our guys firing away right away. His cavalry is matching mine, it seems. Like they're heading this direction. All right. What do we got here? Infantry. All right. Let's pause for just a second. I need to make sure everything's good. Let's get our hussars up there around that corner. His cavalry is coming at mine, and he's charging. That's not the wisest thing you could have done. All right, trying to run my cavalry back out the way. We've got a couple of his lines already running, breaking formation, getting out of the fight. Must be too much for him to deal with or whatever. 1 cavalry unit's up. We got artillery there. Trying to catch some more of his cavalry out. Wasn't that hard to do there. Here comes his cavalry coming around. Don't know if he's chasing me. We'll get this Austrian Corsairs up here to make sure those guys are on the run. Pretty much all of his units are now fleeing. Those guys keep popping them. That cavalry unit I need to keep an eye on, because he is still full and he is coming. All right, so this guy is coming. We're going to turn. All right, so that's 1 volley and then charge, and then we're going to send our Corsairs in there to finish him off. All right, so let's get these guys on that line. We're going to try to send those guys in there. Oh, those turned on us. And those guys run out of the way. There's my other unit. I'm going to make these infantry units come right back to our main group right here. They don't want to flee. They want to mess around, not make their mind up what they're going to do. Then we will just make sure that we keep firing on them. Fusiliers there. Put the other unit there. Our cavalry is back behind our line now. I thought we might have been missing a unit, but I guess that right, yeah, there they are. So there's our cavalry guys sitting right there. And there we go. Got that one to flee. So now let's bring in all of them. So it did help out getting on those hillsides, hilltops, I guess you could say, and being able to have our artillery fire down. We got some musketeers here. There it is. Pretty quick victory. Shouldn't be much more to it after that. Of course, we won it. But what really going to matter is the ammunition and the food. That's going to be our main things. We got a lot of new shit, a lot of, excellent stuff that you can see. We got veterancy and provisions, which is food. Of course, reservists and casualties replaced, as we lost 6,000. No, we lost 4,000. And then you got dollars and ammunition. Fuck yeah. So we got some people that did pretty good. Let's get that and that taken care of. We got a lot of money still. We got a lot of things that we can sell. Reload speed, Deflect guns, cartridge boxes, heavy sabers. Everybody else just got regular. Yep. Let's go ahead and throw that over there. Just a little bit better. All right. Let's see. Ramrods. Do we have anybody who is missing up? Yep. We can throw that on you. What we got here? Exit. Excellent. Neshpit guns. Potsdam. Reload. Where's their range? 125. 155. Go ahead and get that in there. Morale. Actually, let's put that morale on there so they won't lose as many troops. Let's see here. We already got that. We got the reload. Don't know if we can. All right, we got the reload on that. What am I looking at? I'm looking at the Hungarian Fusiliers. I don't want Grenadiers right now. All right, we got 2 guys with 3, 2 guys with 4. Morale and stamina, ammo consumption. I think we'll be okay. Let's see. Let's just see. Reload. All right, we can put the reload on there. That's you, right? And what's you? Can we do veterancy, casualties restored? Okay. Ammo consumption, negative stamina, ammo consumption. Cover bonus and stamina. Can't do that. Okay, which one is this? 42 with -2 stamina. I think we'll be all right with the -2 stamina. Okay. So let's go in here and we will sell off as much of this junk as we can that we don't necessarily need anymore, but I gotta watch and make sure I got the money to do it. So that's done. We'll do that, maybe one more of those. Give me 1 second if you don't mind. Should be good on all of that stuff now. Now let's see. We've got to get over here. We got an outpost there. Battlefield. There's a battlefield way over there. Is there any other battlefields that are close? There's one there. There's an outpost there. There's 2 outposts, a couple of battlefields here. Any more outposts near me besides that one? We got this. All right, so let's go down here to this town. And that's an encampment. We'll go down here to this town and we'll swing up into that outpost. Oh, did we not go into the town? I said go into the town. All right, so we'll swing this direction. Let's see what he decides to do. These people do not like us being around here, as everything is expensive as shit. All purchase 50%. Just that little shit like that. That's crazy. All right, there's a battlefield right there. Dismantle the outpost for scrap and keep moving with it, buddy. Let's go up here to this battlefield, secure it. Let's deploy sharpshooters and pick off the enemy. Got some more items. Dragoon swords. Land camo. We got the basic here. Let's see what we got here. That's basic, ain't it? Yeah, let's replace that basic with that basic. Horses. We got dragoon swords, corsair, land pattern. All this shit can be sold. Doesn't do much for us. Let's go over here. Is he really gonna fight? 18,600 to 13,000, and this guy really wants to fight. Okay, buddy. It's kind of crazy. All right, so we need to do the same thing we did before because I did not mix them up like I said I needed to. That's Fusiliers, Musketeers, but it's all these Grenadiers over here. So you, and you. I'm going to bring y'all. Let's take your Hungarian Fusiliers and put them on the end. Let's see. Put them Grenadiers there. Put a set there. You will go all the way over here. Like so. So we got Fusilier, Grenadier, Fusilier, Fusilier, Freikorps. Let's do... Actually, no, that's Hungarian Grenadiers right there. Ain't it? Put that back. Keep one of them down on the end, I guess. Yeah. All right. So we're going to put this Grenadier unit down here on the end of these Fusiliers. Like so. Give me the entire cavalry division. The Hussars will go... Hussars? I'm probably murdering all of these names. We'll put those guys there. Then grab the rest of the cavalry and bring them to the far side. It will get them up in those trees over there. Artillery, what do we got? 6 pounder. 6 pounder. 12 pounder I want there. 6 pounder there. 12 pounder. 6 pounder. All right, so I think we can now start deployment. Let's go ahead and get the entirety of our infantry moved up to the right location. I'll try to grab a little bit of these fence lines through here for some added coverage and into these trees to this road. That should cover everybody and get us a little bit of coverage in those trees. We'll go ahead and send the cavalry over. Artillery, let's put a battery here. I'm put a battery here. Battery here. Where are you going there? I need you to come more over this side, actually. And then you will go. All right, I will tell you guys this. If you are new to this game and starting off or just starting off the game, I will tell you this. If you can fight as much as you can because you're going to get more experience, more money, more items, and all that when you actually fight these units instead of just, running from them or anything like that. All right, so the first thing we're going to be doing, of course, as always, is marking their damn artillery and marking them good so that we can start laying down some shots. Let's grab that last one. He's not there. Let's go on these guys here. So we do outnumber him by about 5,000. I believe he was 13,000. Okay, it doesn't show me the number. He was 13,000 as opposed to my 18, I believe it was. Artillery units firing on artillery units. Cav's going to come around to the back side and see if we can't push him away. We'll have these grenadiers turn softly. Pull the Chamberlain method. If you don't know who that is, look up Colonel, I believe it's Colonel Chamberlain during the, was it Battle of Gettysburg? I believe it was. Outnumbered his troops. Ooh, felling. Very thinned out line. He was kind of, it's called the hinge, or what he did was the hinge. So you basically what it was is he had a unit, his unit was lined up at an angle kind of like this right here. Just probably not the precise, but you kind of get the idea. Very thin line. I think it was just maybe one line down on each side, but there was a rock or a big fallen down tree or something right there at their pivot point. And low on ammunition, low on manpower, he took his hinge, one side of his line, and he basically swung this line back in to his own guys, thus capturing the enemy that was in the center, or the enemy that was pushing. I believe the enemy that was pushing was the 54th Alabama. Don't hold me to the battle or the unit that they were fighting, but I believe that's basically how it kind of came down to in the end. All right, so we got those grenadiers there. Fusiliers there are firing on those guys coming in. His artillery, as you can see, is hanging back. We got one Persian Corsairs right there. He's got a French Grenadiers here. Prussian Corsairs. He's got artillery firing at me, and another artillery firing at his own people. I mean, at the line. But I'm trying to get his cavalry to come back this direction. They currently aren't doing it. You fire and shoot those guys. All right. Cavalry's doing some weird shit over here. Our guys are pretty well spread out. Is he coming this way? We've got 2 artillery units already fleeing. One of them's decimated. Looks like he's left his cannons there. Now let's jump on our cannons. Let's get firing there. Just out of range. He can fire there. Just out of range. Actually, let's get you to firing short, and you're firing short. Okay. So let's see what he actually does here. All right, so we got one unit here fleeing. Let's move our grenadiers in. We'll move our fusiliers up as well. Grenadiers, I'll hold back. Okay. We have our Freikorps musketeers have broke in the center. And what we'll do is we'll just move them down. You guys, you fire, and then you 2 firing on this guy. So we're just shifting our line down. We got so much going on right now. Need to watch my cavaliers because they look like they're about to start getting engaged. So let's go ahead and charge. Knock out their cavalry units here. Our Austrian Corsairs have fled. Let's see. All right, their field artillery has broke. All right, we've got some more of their guys breaking. Looks like we'll be okay. Looks like they're all breaking, but that back. All right, looks like we've completely lost a couple of our units here. That's gonna suck. Let's start moving our folks up. Artillery unit, move those guys up as well. They can start firing. Okay, so our musketeers didn't completely break. All cavalry units can come over here. We'll just put them up out the way. We'll just let the artillery rain down on them. Push them on out of there. Don't want to lose any more people. And they are reloading, and as soon as we have completely reloaded, they'll make their final shot. All right. This one might change up a little bit because we did lose some people that I was not expecting us to lose. Hopefully those units are not completely routed in any type of way. 1,051 out of that. Doesn't show them as completely routed, which is a great thing because I really don't want to lose all of my people. Casualty restored. That's ammunition and thaulers. That's veterancy and provision. Let's go ahead with the reservists and casualties this time around because it's going to cover the majority of the losses that we did take. Gun wise, excellent. Okay. So only 214 troops that we had to bring back in after that. Let's see. This is our cavalry. We definitely want that morale. Let's see. Excellent and excellent. What do you guys got? You got the excellent land pattern. 35%, 138. Oh, shit. What you got? Excellent. Ooh, you could use a new gun. All right, right here. Let's grab this, replace it. And if we can we, oh, damn. All right, we got a field artillery here. Wants to go up to veteran status. Anybody else on the field artillery? No. Fusiliers. No. I know you do, but you'll turn into... You wanting to go Grenadier. And I'm not wanting you to do Grenadier, man. Really don't. Okay. I need to mix up these damn Grenadiers. Really need to mix up these Grenadiers. So let's just start randomly putting them in different places. I think that'll be okay, because we got at least one in each unit there. I think that'll be okay. Stamina, movement speed, that's about it. We got melee and morale. Do I have anybody with the bucket or the mug, whatever you want to call it, that I can switch out readily? Can I put you in there? No, I cannot. Okay. It's cavalry and infantry. Yeah, I did bring in, or I did change some shit up, so that did kind of affect. Why the hell is that town look like it's been beat the hell up? They wasn't involved in this, was they? Okay, so let's go ahead and get some of the crappier shit out of the way. Stuff we know we're not going to be using anytime soon. Stuff I know that we can get paid for. That's 65. Okay. Powder house. I think we'll be all right there. All right, so we need to swing up around, right? What are we looking at? We've got battlefield there. Bunch of shit down here. Most of our battlefields are down here. So these 3 battlefields and these 2 outposts. Is there another outpost up here? There is not another outpost up here. So it'd probably better for us to swing down and grab these things down here. Gotta watch that food, because it is cutting through quickly. Having this many troops run through a lot of food at a time. 338 is what you guys are wanting to come off of. 388. We'll take that right there, and we'll be on about our budging way, you mother efforts. So let's go down and secure these battlefields. I said there's 3 of them here. Tend the wounded, recover equipment. Let's do recovery of the equipment. Like I said, we get some of these damn items will give us a lot of money in the long run that we can turn around and sell off or use for something else. Oh, don't have any. Oh, yes, I do. He was the last one. There we go. Good. Oh, there's a battlefield right there. Charge into battle, bombard it. And we got some Austrian grenadiers to come join our ranks. But again, remember, we are, of course, full up. So those grenadiers will be right up there. Let's get rid of some more of this stuff to keep that money coming in. I don't want to lose out on that. Foundry. I'd like to get some more 12-pounders, but all I'm seeing is 6s. That's 8 pounds Larkin. So it drops down on range, but accuracy is better. They got some. Liechtenstein is 12-pound gun. Damn. 520. What does that say? 340, 520. What is this one? 465. I'm just looking to see what all the bigger guns are saying, just to see the distance on them. So 500, and the Liechtenstein is probably the best one that I've seen right there. 12-pounder. I don't even have 10-pounder, just a 10-pound gun. It's all something different. There's some howitzers. There's 2 howitzers. 25, 375. What is my 6-pounders doing? That's 30 at 40 or at 400. That's 30% at 400. What are these doing? 30 at 400. Those are 25 at 375. So they're not as good. That's a 6-pound howitzer. Okay. So they're not as good as what I was kind of like hoping we could come across, I guess you could say. All right, so let's go secure this last battlefield. And then we have those 2 outposts. But first, I know it looked crazy me buying all that food, but I'm going to say this. Trust me. Let's just say you spend a lot of food going across this wide open damn plain right here. A shit ton of food, which is ridiculous. All right, so this will be our 5th and final battlefield that we have to claim. So let's see what we got. We can get more reservists, or let's just deploy the sharpshooters and pick off the enemy officers. $96, 3 weapons, 576, and campaign visibility plus 30%. Not much in the way of weapons. Those look like basics, so we'll just sell those off. So I'm going to hit these 2 outposts up. That should, of course, finish us up with our requirements. Train them, dispatch. 160 in ammunition, delay enemy for a week. We'll do that. And then we'll go grab the last outpost in our video today. So let's see, modest, provide heavy. Damn, another set of ammunition. Disaster, huh? All right, so the new unit we got was Austrian Corsairs. They will go into our reserve, as you can see. And I'm going to cut the video here. We have accomplished everything that we need to accomplish in Act 3. The only thing that we have left to do is wait for the enemy army to come and us defeat them. But I want to look at some of the enemy army that's around us so we can kind of get an idea of what the numbers are going to be. This is 17,175. That's 19,675. Is there any more standing armies that we've seen? I thought there was like 1 or 2 more that we saw. Just to get an idea about what we're going to be facing in the end. Do not see any more. But we're going to cut the video here and come back with part 2 next week to finish us up and to see if we win Act 3 under Austrian command. Until then, I will see you guys next time.